The Sea of Galilee, also known as Lake Tiberias or Lake Kinneret, is a freshwater lake located in northern Israel. It is the lowest freshwater lake on earth and is a significant historical and religious site, particularly for Christians. The Sea of Galilee is closely associated with the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. According to the New Testament of the Bible, Jesus spent a considerable amount of time preaching and performing miracles around the Sea of Galilee and its surrounding areas. One of the most famous events associated with Jesus and the Sea of Galilee is the Sermon on the Mount. This sermon, described in the Gospel of Matthew, is a collection of Jesus' teachings on various topics, including the Beatitudes, blessings, teachings on love, forgiveness, and moral conduct. Another notable event that took place on the Sea of Galilee is the miracle of the multiplication of the loaves and fishes. According to the Gospels, Jesus fed a large crowd of people with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, illustrating his divine power and compassion. The Sea of Galilee was also the backdrop for several miracles attributed to Jesus, such as walking on water and calming a storm. These miracles further emphasized his authority and divinity. In addition to preaching and performing miracles, Jesus also called many of his disciples from the regions surrounding the Sea of Galilee. Several of his disciples, including Peter, Andrew, James, and John, were fishermen who encountered Jesus while they were working on the lake. Today, the Sea of Galilee remains a popular pilgrimage site for Christians from around the world. Visitors can explore the various biblical sites associated with Jesus' ministry, such as Capernaum, the Mount of Beatitudes, and the Church of the Multiplication in Taba. It is important to note that while the biblical accounts provide the basis for the understanding of Jesus' activities around the Sea of Galilee, historical and archaeological research continues to shed light on the context and significance of these events.
Is the Gentile area, where you can also see it's hazy today because of the weather, but we can see parts of the Golan Heights. The Golan Heights is part of Israel today and used to be under the Syrian control till 1967. So on the other side, the Golan. We notice that the sea today is really very quiet. And sometimes when the wind hits the sea, and because of the difference in temperature, it will be really rough. Same sea. The mountains that we see around us are the same mountains. There used to be some villages here and there, and today we see a little bit, only little villages. So for example, we passed on the other side by Magdala, the house of Mary Magdalene. So on this side was Capernaum, and then Bethsaida a little bit further up, and Kursi and Chorazin, all these villages that were mentioned in the gospel where Jesus.
Then he made the disciples get into the boat and precede him to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. And after doing so, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When it was evening, he was there alone. Meanwhile, the boat, already a few miles offshore, was being tossed about by the waves, for the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them, walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said, and they cried out in fear at once. Jesus spoke to them, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter said to him in reply, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." And Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" After they got into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat did him homage, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." And on that day, as evening drew on, he said to them, "Let us cross to the other side." Leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was, and other boats were with him. A violent squall came up, and waves were breaking over the boat, so that it was already filling up. Jesus was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. They woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up, rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Quiet, be still." The wind ceased, and there was great calm. Then he asked them, "Why are you terrified? Do you not yet have faith?" They were filled with great awe and said to one another, "Who then is this, whom even wind and sea obey?" The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you. Daddy let us start for kids and wife, you know what you must do. But he showed me enough of what it takes to get you through. Put your hand in the hand of the man, still put your hand in the hand of the man who always
Nagkribo ni Father. Nagkribo ni Father.
Please follow us on our succeeding videos as we do our pilgrimage to the Holy Land. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please hit the like button and the notification bell for notification. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.